Let's start with a simple question that could change everything about the way you feel after 60. When was the last time you really thought about the vegetables on your plate? Most men assume that as long as they're eating their greens, they're doing the right thing. But here's a surprising truth. Certain vegetables, the kind you might eat every week without a second thought, could actually be making you feel more tired, bloated, or even robbing you of energy and strength, especially as you get older. I see this all the time in my practice. Men over 60 come in feeling sluggish, with achy joints, brain fog, or problems down there, and they're shocked when I ask about the kinds of vegetables they eat most often. It happened with my patient, Dennis, a retired firefighter with a big laugh and a bigger appetite for healthy living. "Doc, I do everything right. I eat my vegetables, I watch my salt, I stay active," he said. "But I still feel like I'm running out of gas before noon. My knees hurt. My stomach isn't what it used to be. And let's be honest, I'm not the man I was 5 years ago." If Dennis's words sound familiar, you're not alone. After 30+ years as a men's health specialist, I've seen just how much the wrong vegetables can quietly chip away at men's vitality after 60. And the right ones? They can bring back energy, clear your mind, ease your joints, and even support your most private health. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and today I want to open your eyes to 4 vegetables you should never eat after 60, and the 4 you absolutely must choose instead. Why does this matter so much? As we age, our bodies change. Our digestive systems become more sensitive, our joints lose some of their cushion, and our metabolism slows down. Foods that served us well at 40 or 50 can suddenly start causing more harm than good at 60, 70, or beyond. That's why being smart about your vegetables is one of the most important, overlooked steps you can take to reclaim your strength, your comfort, and your confidence, at the table and everywhere else. Dennis's story is a perfect example. He'd always prided himself on his healthy habits, loading up on big salads, lots of raw veggies, and plenty of superfoods he'd read about online. But when we took a closer look at what he was really eating, the picture changed. Certain vegetables were actually making his digestion worse, causing inflammation in his joints, and slowing down his energy in ways he never expected. "I thought I was doing everything right," he told me, shaking his head. "But I was just making it harder for myself. This is the hidden danger I want to save you from today." Some vegetables, especially those that are tough to digest, high in certain plant chemicals, or loaded with sugars that spike your blood sugar, can quietly make aging feel harder than it needs to be. The good news is, once you know what to avoid and what to reach for instead, you can start to feel the difference almost right away. If you want to make sure you never miss out on practical advice that truly helps men over 60, now's the perfect time to tap that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. This not only keeps you connected, but helps me bring honest, clear information to more men just like you. And as always, if what I'm saying makes sense, type "yes" in the comments, or "no" if you have questions or different experiences to share. I personally read every comment, and your feedback shapes the future of these videos. Back to Dennis. What vegetables were holding him back? He was eating plenty of raw cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and kale, thinking they were always a superfood for everyone. But after 60, these rough, fibrous veggies can be surprisingly hard on your gut, causing bloating, gas, and irritation. He was also reaching for canned corn, thinking it was a good vegetable option. But corn is starchy, high in sugar, and can spike blood sugar, leading to those crashes and sluggish feelings later in the day. Even nightshades like eggplant and peppers, while healthy for some, can stir up joint aches and inflammation in men who are sensitive to them, especially after 60. Dennis was surprised when I suggested he try cutting these out for just a couple of weeks. "Is it really possible," he asked, "that vegetables could be the problem?" It only took a few days for him to start feeling lighter, less bloated, and clearer-headed. That's the value I want to bring you. The vegetables you eat matter just as much as the ones you avoid, and with a few smart swaps, you could feel younger, more comfortable, and more like yourself again. Dennis saw the difference, and so have hundreds of my other patients. If you're ready to feel stronger, move easier, and support every part of your health, stick with me. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into why certain vegetables can backfire for men over 60, the warning signs to watch for, and how to make choices that keep your body and mind working at their very best. Remember, it's never too late to learn something new or make a small change that leads to big results. You have the power to choose what helps you, not just what sounds healthy on paper, but what truly works for you, your digestion, your joints, and your energy after 60. When Dennis started swapping out his usual vegetables, he wasn't convinced it would make much difference. But just a week into the changes, he called me and said, "Doc, I haven't felt this light in years. My stomach isn't blowing up like a balloon, and I don't need to nap after lunch anymore." These are the kinds of wins I love to hear about, real improvements that make everyday life easier, simply by being mindful of what goes on your plate. Let's look closer at why certain vegetables can quietly become a problem after 60. It's not that these foods are bad, in fact, they might even be good for younger folks. But as we age, the way our body processes certain fibers, starches, and plant chemicals changes. Those tough, cruciferous vegetables like raw broccoli, kale, and cauliflower are packed with nutrients, but they're also loaded with insoluble fiber and sulfur compounds. For many men over 60, these compounds are a recipe for bloating, gas, and an upset gut. If you've ever felt uncomfortable after eating a big salad or raw veggies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Another surprise culprit is corn, especially canned or creamed corn. Corn is actually a grain, not a vegetable, and it's high in natural sugars and starches. For men with slower metabolism or concerns about blood sugar, corn can lead to spikes that leave you feeling tired, hungry, and foggy a few hours later. Dennis admitted he often reached for corn as a safe side dish, only to find himself crashing mid-afternoon. When he cut it out and swapped in more gentle, nourishing options, his energy returned and his stomach felt calm for the first time in years. And then there are nightshades, eggplants, peppers, and even tomatoes. For some men, especially those with joint pain or arthritis, nightshades can actually make symptoms worse. They contain compounds called alkaloids, which can quietly trigger inflammation and discomfort in people who are sensitive to them. Dennis always chalked up his creaky knees to old injuries, but after 2 weeks without nightshades, he could walk up the stairs without wincing. The good news is, for every problematic vegetable, there's a gentle, nourishing alternative that works with your body, not against it. After we cut out the troublemakers, I guided Dennis toward 4 vegetables that are easier on digestion, support healthy joints, and boost steady, lasting energy. He started to see food not just as fuel, but as medicine, a way to heal and strengthen himself, one meal at a time. I often recommend men over 60 turn to cooked, easily digestible vegetables like carrots, zucchini, spinach, cooked, not raw, and sweet potatoes. Why these? Carrots and sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene, supporting eye and skin health. And their natural sweetness makes them easy to enjoy without upsetting blood sugar. Zucchini and cooked spinach are gentle on the gut, packed with vitamins, and don't leave you feeling heavy or bloated. Dennis was shocked at how quickly these swaps brought relief, not just in his digestion, but in his joints and energy levels too. And remember, it's not about eating bland or boring food. You can roast carrots and sweet potatoes with a little olive oil and herbs, sauté spinach with garlic, or stir-fry zucchini for a side that's as delicious as it is healthy. The key is to listen to your body and notice how you feel after each meal. Many men don't realize that midday crash, that heavy, sluggish feeling, or even trouble sleeping at night can be tied back to the wrong vegetable choices. If you're nodding along right now, take a moment to tap the like button and subscribe. It helps get this message to more men who need it. And if you've had your own aha moment with vegetables, or want to share what's worked for you, please comment yes below. Or, if you're still not sure, type no and tell me your questions. I read each comment myself, and I tailor my advice to what you and others in this community truly need. Dennis's results didn't stop at less bloating and better energy. As the days went by, he found he was moving with less pain, getting out for walks more often, and even feeling more present and positive at home. His wife joked that she got her husband back, not because he did anything dramatic, but because he was finally free from the subtle, nagging discomfort that had been dragging him down. That's the real gift of choosing the right vegetables after 60. You're not just checking a box for nutrition, you're reclaiming comfort, mobility, and even your confidence. Every time you fill your plate, you're giving your body the best chance to thrive. In the next part, I'll explain more about how these 4 must-have vegetables work their magic, and how to weave them into your daily routine for meals you'll look forward to. Remember, small changes can open the door to big transformations. And when you treat your food as your ally, your body responds with strength, clarity, and energy you may have thought was gone for good. Now that Dennis was seeing the benefits of leaving behind the troublemakers and embracing the right vegetables, his whole attitude toward eating began to change. No longer did he dread meals, wondering if he'd spend the afternoon feeling stuffed and sluggish. Instead, he started looking forward to food again, knowing every bite was working for him, not against him. And that's exactly what I want for you. Let's talk a bit more about these 4 vegetables that make such a difference for men over 60. Carrots, zucchini, cooked spinach, and sweet potatoes. These aren't just easy on your digestion. They actively help your body heal, energize, and feel more youthful, inside and out. Carrots, for example, are far more than a simple side dish. They're packed with beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A, a key nutrient for healthy eyes, skin, and immune function. For men who want to keep their vision sharp and their skin looking healthy, a daily serving of carrots can be a true ally. And because they're naturally sweet, carrots help satisfy cravings without spiking your blood sugar the way corn or starchy potatoes can. Dennis began adding roasted carrots to his dinner plates, sometimes tossing them with a sprinkle of cumin or a touch of honey. He was surprised to find they filled him up without leaving him feeling heavy. That carrot glow started to show on his face and in his mood, too. There's just something about eating real, nourishing food that lifts the spirit. Next, there's zucchini, gentle, light, and full of hydration. Zucchini is especially helpful for men who struggle with bloating or water retention, because it's easy to digest and supports kidney function. Whether grilled, sautéed, or even spiralized into noodles, zucchini blends well with so many flavors, and never weighs you down. Dennis was never a big fan until he tried zucchini sautéed with a little olive oil and garlic. Now, he says it's one of his favorite sides, especially on hot days when heavier foods just don't appeal. Cooked spinach is another powerhouse, especially after 60. While raw spinach can sometimes cause gas or discomfort, gently cooked spinach delivers loads of magnesium, iron, and folate, all in a form your body can absorb with ease. These nutrients support energy, healthy red blood cells, and even your mood. Dennis started adding a handful of spinach to his morning eggs, and it helped steady his energy for hours. No more mid-morning slump that had him reaching for extra coffee or snacks. And of course, sweet potatoes, a true gift for senior health. Rich in fiber and slow-digesting carbohydrates, sweet potatoes help regulate blood sugar, support gut health, and provide steady, lasting energy without the crash. They're also packed with potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, a common concern for many men in their later years. Dennis enjoyed them baked, mashed, or cubed and roasted. The subtle sweetness satisfied his appetite, and he never felt that sluggish heaviness corn or white potatoes left behind. The beauty of these vegetables is not just in their nutrition, but in how easily they fit into a daily routine. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet or cook fancy meals. Start small. Swap out one problematic vegetable for one of these healing options at lunch or dinner. Pay attention to how you feel. Are your joints less stiff? Is your mind a little clearer? Do you have more energy to enjoy time with family, to take a walk, or even pursue an old hobby? Dennis certainly did. He reported fewer aches, better digestion, and a sense of lightness that he hadn't felt in years. His friends noticed, too, often asking what he'd change. "It's just my veggies," he'd laugh, but deep down he knew it was about more than food. It was about finally giving his body what it needed to thrive. I encourage you, as you listen, to try these swaps for yourself. Even just a week or two of focusing on carrots, zucchini, cooked spinach, and sweet potatoes can be eye-opening. If you're ready to give it a go, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know with a yes in the comments, or ask your questions with a no if you want to learn more before trying it out. Your feedback keeps this community growing and lets me tailor advice to your real-world needs. Remember, aging doesn't mean giving up on feeling good. Every meal is a new chance to nourish your strength, energy, and confidence. With the right vegetables, you can support healthy digestion, protect your joints, and enjoy a vitality that makes each day a little brighter. Dennis found his way back to himself with these simple changes, and you can too. In our final part, I'll share practical tips on preparing and enjoying these 4 vegetables, how to stay consistent, and how to build a routine that makes healthy eating easy, enjoyable, and sustainable for the long haul. The path to better days is right in front of you. Sometimes, it's as simple as what's on your plate. As Dennis's story shows, the path to feeling lighter, stronger, and more comfortable in your own skin often starts with the simplest changes, like the vegetables you choose every day. With carrots, zucchini, cooked spinach, and sweet potatoes in his routine, Dennis didn't just improve his digestion, he found a renewed sense of optimism about aging. He started to look forward to meals, felt proud of the choices he made, and enjoyed more time outdoors, more laughter with friends, and more connection with his wife. If you're ready to bring these changes into your own life, here are a few easy ways to get started. First, keep it simple. There's no need for fancy recipes or complicated diets. Roasting carrots and sweet potatoes with a touch of olive oil and your favorite herbs makes for a delicious side that's gentle on your gut and bursting with flavor. Try sautéing zucchini and spinach together with garlic or a little lemon for a quick, nourishing dish that goes with nearly anything. And if you like a bit of variety, mash sweet potatoes or blend cooked carrots into soups for extra richness and color. Consistency is key. I always suggest my patients plan ahead. Maybe cook a little extra so you have leftovers ready for lunch, or prep your vegetables in advance so you're never tempted to fall back on the old habits that left you feeling tired or achy. Dennis found that a bit of planning made all the difference. He would chop a few sweet potatoes at the start of the week, keep fresh carrots on hand, and stock up on frozen spinach and zucchini so he always had a healthy option at his fingertips. Don't be afraid to experiment. Each body is unique, and the best way to know what works is to listen to your own. Notice how you feel after different meals. Are your joints less stiff? Is your mind clearer? Are you sleeping better? For many men, the answer is a resounding yes once the right vegetables become a regular part of the day. Remember, this journey isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom from bloating, brain fog, joint pain, and the quiet frustration that comes with feeling less than your best. Every time you choose a carrot over a can of corn, a bowl of sautéed spinach over a pile of raw kale, or a roasted sweet potato over a serving of fried eggplant, you're investing in your future health and vitality. If this message has inspired you or you're already noticing changes in your own body from eating these 4 vegetables, share your experience in the comments below. Your story can be the encouragement another man needs to take that first step. Tap the like button and subscribe if you want to keep learning how small changes can make a big impact after 60. And as always, type yes if you're ready to try these swaps, or no if you have questions. I'm here, and I read every single comment to help guide you along the way. Dennis's transformation is proof that age is never a barrier to feeling better. All it takes is the willingness to try, a little curiosity, and the belief that you deserve to thrive, not just get by. When you nourish your body with the right foods, you give yourself the gift of more energy, fewer aches, a clearer mind, and a deeper sense of satisfaction each and every day. So as you head to the grocery store or plan your next meal, remember, you have the power to shape your health and well-being with every choice you make. With the right vegetables on your plate, the next chapter of your life can be one of strength, comfort, and real, lasting joy. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and I look forward to hearing your stories of renewed energy, mobility, and confidence. Take care, eat well, and remember, your best days truly can be ahead, one bite at a time.